Hi, it's Logan from sleepopolis.com, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Tuft Needle and Tuft Needle Mint mattresses. Now, Tuft Needle is one of the largest online mattress retailers, and for a long time they only offered the Tuft Needle mattress. Now that they offer the Mint, we're going to do a comparison video today where we go over some of the similarities and differences between the two mattresses. At the end of the video, I'll give you my thoughts on both of them. Now, if you are looking for a personal recommendation, please feel free to leave a note in the comments section below with some information about yourself and some of your sleep preferences, and I'll be sure to get back to you. And we're going to jump into the comparison today by going over the constructions of the mattresses, and we're going to start with the construction of the Tuft Needle. The Tuft Needle is an all-foam mattress made of 2 layers standing 10 inches in height. The cover of the Tuft Needle is pretty thin to allow airflow through it. The material is a polyester and tactile blend. A tactile is a cotton substitute that dries a bit faster than cotton, so it's going to help with temperature regulation and cooling. The comfort layer on top is 3 inches of Tuft Needle's proprietary foam. It's good for pressure relief. As you can see, it has a bit of bounce, so you won't feel stuck in the mattress. You should also note that it is infused with graphite and gel, which is going to help to dissipate body heat away from the sleeper so you don't overheat in the middle of the night. Now, the base of the mattress is 7 inches of high density polyfoam. It's a firm layer. It's pretty common among foam mattresses. It supports the foam above the base layer, the comfort layer, as well as some deep compression support to the sleeper on top of the mattress. Now let's take a look at the Tuft Needle Mint mattress. The cover of the Mint is a knit polyester cover. The material is a bit thicker than the cover on the Tuft Needle, gives it kind of a cozy feeling. Now below the cover, it is a all foam construction as well. It stands 12 inches in height. Now the comfort layer of the mattress is also 3 inches of Tuft Needle proprietary foam. However, this foam is a little bit different than the foam found in the Tuft Needle mattress. It's a bit softer. It also has that quick response to pressure, but you're going to sink into it a little bit quicker. Now, the comfort layer of the Tuft Needle mattress has both gel and graphite infusion into it. However, in the Mint mattress, they've actually split that out. The comfort layer of this mattress only has the graphite infusion, and it has about 30% more graphite in it than in the comfort layer of the Tuft Needle mattress, which is going to help kind of draw heat away from the sleeper, help with temperature regulation and cooling. Now, the layer below that is another proprietary foam from Tuft Needle. It's a little bit firmer than the layer on top of it, acts as kind of a transition layer. Again, it has the gel infusion in here, which is going to help with temperature regulation and cooling, about 30% more gel than is found in the comfort layer of the Tuft Needle mattress. So this is really going to act as the transition as you move from the soft layer on top, getting steadily firmer as you get to the base layer, which is a high density polyfoam. It's really firm, 7 inches tall. It's going to support the layers of foam above it, as well as some deep compression support to the sleeper on top of the mattress. I should point out that the Tuft Needle Mint also has a specific edge support portion of the mattress. This is a really firm foam, and this is going to allow you to sleep closer to the edge of the bed, make the bed feel a little bit bigger. Now that we've seen what makes up the mattresses, it's time to get an idea for the feel and firmness of them. So I'm going to start by pressing into the cover of the Tuft Needle. The first layer I'm interacting with is just that comfort layer, the Tuft Needle proprietary foam. It's got kind of a medium firmness to it in my opinion. It's got some good quick response to pressure, so as I add a little bit more pressure, you start to see some of the bounce and support of that layer. So I'm going to lie down on the mattress. So on my back, on the Tuft Needle, my weight's pretty evenly distributed, so I don't really feel like I'm pressing too far into the mattress. I'm really only interacting with that comfort layer. It's doing a good job of supporting my weight. It's keeping my spine aligned in a good position. I'm sinking in a little bit, so I do feel a little bit of a contouring feeling. But with that quick response to pressure, I definitely don't feel like I'm stuck in the mattress at all. So I'm going to roll onto my side. You know, side sleepers want to be extra conscious of pressure points that might form, especially at the shoulders and the hips. Because of that increased weight concentration, you push a little bit further into the mattress, so you start to interact with the firmer parts of the mattress, the support center of the mattress. Again, in my opinion, This mattress does have a bit of a medium firmness to it, so I feel pretty comfortable here. I don't really feel pressure points forming at my shoulders or my hips. If you are a bit heavier and you are a side sleeper, you might feel that this mattress is a bit firmer as you'll push through the comfort layer and start to interact with that firmer base layer of the mattress. So I'm gonna roll on my stomach. Now, kind of the opposite of side sleepers who tend to prefer softer mattresses to allow them to sink in for pressure relief, stomach sleepers usually prefer to have a firmer mattress. This is going to help to keep their hips from sinking into it, keep their spine aligned in a good position. Now, again, in my opinion, this mattress does have a medium firmness, and I do feel like it's doing a good job of keeping my hips from sinking in too far into the mattress. But you know, everyone can feel the firmness of a mattress a little bit differently because of different sizes and weight distributions. So for reference, I'm about 5'10", 190 pounds. If you would like a wider variety of opinions on the firmness of this mattress and a little bit more description on the feel of it, you can check out the written review at sleepopolis.com. All right, so now I'm going to talk about the feel and firmness of the Tuft Needle Mint mattress. Pressing in, and that comfort layer is a bit softer than the comfort layer on the Tuft Needle mattress in my opinion, so I do sink in a bit quicker as I press in with both hands. Again, there is a pretty quick response to pressure, so you get a little bit of bounce out of that comfort layer. So I'm going to lie down on the mattress. Now, lying on my back on the Tuft Needle Mint, my weight is again pretty evenly distributed here, so I'm really only interacting with that top layer. However, because it is a little bit softer, I do feel like I'm sinking in a little bit more on this mattress. It's doing a good job of filling in the space beneath my lower back, which is nice support for back sleepers. Definitely get more of a kind of a floating feeling when I'm on the Tuft Needle Mint. Even though I do sink in a little bit more on the Mint mattress, that quick response to pressure that we talked about means I'm not going to feel stuck in the mattress. I can change positions really easily. So I'm going to roll onto my side. Again, side sleepers do tend to prefer softer mattresses, and I do feel that the Tuft Needle Mint is a little bit softer, just a little bit softer than the Tuft Needle mattress. The transition layer that's included in this mattress does a good job of allowing me to push further into the mattress without hitting the firm layers beneath it. So it's a nice transition for side sleepers, gives me a little bit more room to dig into the mattress for pressure relief. So I'm gonna roll onto my stomach. As a stomach sleeper, you do probably want a mattress that has a little bit more firmness to it. You know, in my opinion, the Tuft Needle Mint is just on the softer side of a medium firmness. You know, my hips aren't really sinking in too much into the soft comfort layer, but if you are a bit heavier than me, you know, I'm 5'10", 190 pounds, the hips are generally kind of a heavier area on people, and your hips, if you are a heavier stomach sleeper, you might feel that they're sinking into the mattress a little bit. So your back kind of gets put into a tougher position there. But again, for a wider variety of opinions on the firmness of this mattress and a little bit deeper description on the feel of it, you can check out the written review at sleepopolis.com. To give you a quick idea of the bounce of each of these mattresses, I'm going to drop this 10-pound steel ball on top of the mattress. This one here is the Tuft Needle. As you can see, there is pretty good bounce to the mattress. You know, quick response to pressure from that comfort layer. I'm also going to run a quick motion transfer test for both of them. I'm going to drop the ball from heights of 4, 8, and 12 inches, simulate someone kind of getting into and out of bed or rolling around in the middle of the night. And the results on screen represent the disturbance that's transferred across the mattress. So as you can see, there's a small disturbance for the 4-inch as it gets steadily higher as we go through for the Tuft Needle. In my opinion, these are pretty average results for a foam mattress when I conduct this test. And now we're looking at the bounce on the Tuft Needle Mint mattress. Again, that quick response to pressure from the comfort layer does provide some pretty good bounce to the Mint. Now we're going to run the motion transfer test again for this mattress from heights of 4, 8, and 12 inches. Now that the results are on screen, you can see that again, these are pretty average results in my opinion, with steadily increasing disturbance being transferred across the mattress for 4, 8, and 12 inches. Now we're going to put the results next to each other so that you can compare the Tuft Needle versus the Tuft Needle Mint disturbance transfer. And they are pretty similar in terms of their ability to isolate motion. A lot of people buying a mattress want to know if they're going to feel like they're sitting on top of or sinking into that mattress. So to test this, we've set up our Sinkage Test, which we use 4 balls of varying sizes, weights, and densities, check to see how far into the mattress they go. Now we have our 6-pound medicine ball, it's filled with sand, seemingly it's kind of a lighter body part. 10-pound steel ball, it's the densest ball we use during this test. 50-pound medicine ball, it's also filled with sand. And finally, we have our 100-pound medicine ball. If you're a bit heavier, it's kind of the center of your body. Now for sinkage, on the 6-pound ball, it's 1.5 inches, 2.5 inches on the 10-pound steel ball, 4 inches on the 50-pound medicine ball, and 6 inches on the 100-pound medicine ball. Now, when I'm running these tests on other foam mattresses, these are about average results, maybe a little bit deeper in terms of compression for the 10-pound steel ball here, but overall these are pretty standard or average numbers for a foam mattress. However, with that quick response to pressure, you're probably going to feel a little bit more on top of the mattress, as you're not going to get that kind of stuck feeling or contouring feeling you might from, let's say, a memory foam. Now we're running the sinkage test on the Tuft Needle Mint, and for the sinkages we have 1.5 inches on the 6-pound medicine ball, 2 inches on the 10-pound steel ball, 4.5 inches on the 50-pound medicine ball, and 6 inches on the 100-pound medicine ball. Now these are, again, pretty average when compared to other foam mattresses. There's not much difference when it comes to these sinkages between the Tuft Needle Mint and the Tuft Needle mattress for sinkages. We can put those on screen now. And as you can see, the only differences are about 1/2 inch less sinkage on the 10-pound steel ball and 1/2 inch more sinkage on the 50-pound medicine ball. But for all intents and purposes, this is pretty similar results between the two of them. You're going to feel pretty much the same sinkage on both mattresses, and again, there's quick response to pressure on both comfort layers, so you're not going to feel stuck in either of these. Just to give you some basic information, both of these mattresses offer a 100-night trial period, a 10-year warranty, they ship free, and will arrive compressed in a box. And I did want to make a quick note on price, as the Tuft Needle comes in at $575 for a queen size mattress, where the Mint costs $895 for a queen size. Now, the reason that I like both these mattresses is I think they both do a good job of sleeping cool and providing a balanced foam feel. The reason I like the Tuft Needle is that it is a solid, straightforward, no frills construction. It comes in at a value price. Now the Mint, I think, does a really good job of providing pressure relief without the feeling of getting stuck. And I also think it's good for couples, as they have that specific portion of the construction that improves the edge support. It's going to allow you to sleep all the way to the edge of the bed, make the bed feel a little bit bigger. Now, for some examples of sleepers that I think would be great fits for both these mattresses, let's say you're a 140-pound combo sleeper and you don't want to spend a lot of money, I think the Tuft Needle would be a good choice for you. Now, if you're a 200-pound side sleeper, maybe you sleep with a partner, I think the Mint might be a better choice for you. Those are some very specific examples of people that I think would fit well with these mattresses, but if you are looking for a personal recommendation, please feel free to leave me a note in the comments section below, some information about yourself and some of your sleep preferences, and we'll be sure to get back to you. If your mattress search has just begun and you're wondering what you should be looking for in a mattress, please Google Sleepopolis and Mattress Buying Guide. It's going to have a ton of information in there that's going to help you find the right mattress. Also, please subscribe to the Sleepopolis YouTube channel, as we're going to keep putting out more content that's going to help you get a better night's sleep. That's it for the review today. I hope it was helpful. Have a nice day.